Everyone, Christian here with another palm review. It's been a little while. It's been kind of cold outside, and I have been doing things on the west coast of Florida, so it's been a while. It's been a couple weeks since I've been over here, but I wanted to show you this palm here. It is called Chamaedorea tuerckhemii, and this is the Veracruz, Mexico form. There's another form called the Highland form, which is from Alta Paz province in Guatemala. But not only is it somewhat hard to get to, but it also does not grow well at low elevations. The upside to it is it's somewhat of a bluish green palm, and kind of rare as far as understory plants go. You don't see a whole lot of blue-green palms, but it is very nice. It grows well in other climates, but not in Florida, unfortunately. So like I said, this variety is from Veracruz province in Mexico. So it's going to be the central east coast of Mexico. And this is actually a relatively mature plant. I would say another 6 to 12 inches, and it would be probably put out a flower bract. So this is nicknamed the potato chip palm because each leaf looks like a potato chip. If they were all green, it probably would be. I don't know why my camera's not going in focus as well as it should, but yeah, they look like potato chips when fully open. Now these newest leaves are not doing as well for some reason. There's a potassium deficiency that these plants like to exhibit, not spotty like you would see in other palms. So it actually looks, I hate to say it looks kind of neat in this plant, and this thing has a kind of a natural slight mottle to it. This is what a regular leaf should look like, and I don't know, maybe it's just my way I'm viewing it, but it doesn't look to be zooming in that well. So this palm grows to about, the tallest I've ever seen them is about 2 feet tall, 2 to 3 feet tall, I guess, and it tends to stay solitary, though I have seen a clumping version of this plant. It seems to be quite rare, though. And if you can look down at the bottom there, let's see, this will actually zoom in. I don't know what's going on with the phone today. Anyway, right there, if you can see that, there's actually aerial roots that are starting to form. And this is very common on Chamaedoreas because they live in cloud forests. A lot of times their roots will open up above ground, take in the humidity of basically the water vapor that's just sitting around them much of the day. So, like almost all Chamaedoreas, these like full shade. There are very few Chamaedoreas that will take full sun, but they don't take up much room, and they tend to be decent indoor plants. You see them. One Chamaedorea's nickname is actually the parlor palm, Chamaedorea elegans, and there's a natural hybrid that is kind of formed in Florida. They call it the Florida hybrid. It's elegans cross the Safritzii. That's a lot more common. You see that almost everywhere in Central and South Florida. Now this palm is probably one of the rarest of the Chamaedorea and the most sought after, just because of its size, its elegance, its leaf shape, and its dwarf nature. So unfortunately, the newest leaves are not doing as well, but yeah, it's otherwise, a very nice looking plant. I mean, the trunk is fine. It's crown shafted. These are probably the most cold hardy crown shafted palms there are. Chamaedoreas are, that is. So the seed is going to be like little peas. They're going to have almost all Chamaedorea looks the same. Chamaedorea seed looks the same. So when planting them, make sure you have them well labeled. I can't think of any Chamaedorea seed that kind of stands out versus others. What else is there to tell you? The cold hardiness of this plant is probably going to be the same as most Chamaedoreas, which is going to be a 9B. Probably they can tolerate some frost, and especially under canopy, but I wouldn't take them below 25. Now there are some Chamaedoreas that do well even down into the upper teens, like microspadics and radicalis. I don't have those here, but this one should be fine in the upper 20s. If it must go down there. Most of the time, these palms rarely make it into the ground. They tend to like pot culture, so yeah, you just don't see them that much. You can kind of move them around if you need to, especially if it's cold. So I'm gonna leave that there. If I can find the Highland form that's blue, I will do one of those as well. But if you have any more questions about this plant, leave a comment down below. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, and you'll see many more reviews like this. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see y'all next time.